Let us solve one more question related to the modes of reproduction. He is asking how many of the statements are correct. Asexual reproduction is the most common mode of reproduction in organisms with simple body organization. Yes. So, we already learned that asexual reproduction is commonly seen in those organisms who have a simple body organization. Now, the second one, algae and fungi shift to sexual method of reproduction just before the onset of unfavorable conditions. So, we understood that asexual reproduction is seen commonly in simple organisms like algae and fungi during the favorable conditions, right. But with the onset of unfavorable conditions, organisms like algae and fungi, they switch to sexual mode of reproduction. Is there any reason for that? Yes, sexual mode of reproduction will produce offspring with variations. Now, when an offspring is produced with variations, it might be more useful for them to survive in the unfavorable conditions. That is the advantage of switching to sexual method before the onset of unfavorable conditions. So, this statement is also correct. With asexual mode of reproduction, we do not have such option. Why? Because in asexual mode of reproduction, organism produces offspring which are 100% identical to the parent. Because there are no variations, they may lack the skills required to adopt in the unfavorable conditions. So, remember, lower organisms switch to sexual mode of reproduction during unfavorable conditions because sexual mode produces more variations in the offsprings which helps to survive the unfavorable conditions. Now, the third one, both asexual and sexual modes of reproduction are seen in higher plants and higher animals. So, no, this statement is absolutely wrong because in plants you will observe that asexual and sexual mode of reproduction is seen in both lower plants and higher plants, but for animals it is not the case. Animals restore to sexual mode of reproduction most of the times. Most of the animals are for sexual mode, they cannot carry out asexual mode of reproduction. Only sexual mode of reproduction is seen in most of the animals. Yes, this is true. So, dear friends, statement A, B and D are correct options. A, B and D, right.